So early intervention services have been in Nova Scotia for well over 30 years. We're an outreach service, so our primary service is to go out into the homes.
Hi, Eli.
So the families that would access early intervention services would be families who have young children who might be experiencing a delay in 2 or more areas of development. So our role is to help families develop the skills and the tools that they need to support their child in their development.
I think the early interventions program is the most integral part of Eli's care in a lot of ways because it's the most consistent one. They see him every 2 weeks from the very beginning to years from now, and they're so supportive, and having that extra support and knowing that we're going to some of those more intimidating appointments, having that person that knows Eli so well.
The early intervention review was a great opportunity for us to sort of step back and take a real look at what was happening across the province. So out of this review was the development of a new structure. We're now better aligned with the 8 regional school boards, and through the coordination of our services, we're better able to manage our caseload flow, and with that we've already seen that we've been able to address our wait lists.
Once the government approved the funding for the extra early interventionists, they were hired, and right away, within 2 weeks, we were having regular appointments with her.
This whole restructure has been all the things that we had hoped that we'd be able to do to improve services for families. The investment is there and the energy is there, where our staff are very energized to be able to move forward to improve services for families.
Reading Recovery is an intervention for grade 1 students. These students receive 12 to 20 weeks of intervention, and the Reading Recovery is extremely individualized.
2.
Okay, let's go back and check this.
As teachers, we become experts in observation, and the ultimate goal is that those students that we're able to get in there and work with intensively for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, that they will have accelerated learning. It's making a difference in the way that we're able to support the learners in grade 1.
Can you make it lake?
Les changements au niveau du programme d'études sont très importants, où est-ce qu'on a pu cibler les résultats d'apprentissage et puis changer notre approche à l'évaluation aussi. On est très, très fiers de pouvoir savoir qu'on chemine vers cette direction.
I think that there's lots of energy and lots of motivated people that want to learn and want to do the best that they can every day, and it's been a great opportunity to be part of this journey, so we're happy.
My name is Debbie Hadley, and I am a math support and intervention teacher for the Strait Regional School Board. My role is to provide support to students in grade 2 and 3 to boost their mathematical development. This incentive put out by the Nova Scotia Action Plan has hired teachers throughout the province to provide math support and intervention. The early years for students, they have to have a solid foundation in number sense and number development in order to move forward in any kind of mathematical operation. So this math support and intervention program is ensuring that children have that strong foundation to be able to move forward and have a good baseline. The students that I see on a regular basis now feel that math is not so difficult. It's now fun, it's enjoyable, and I am smart at math.
Because of the action plan, there are more math mentors in the province, which enables teachers to have professional development right in their own schools. My role as a math mentor is mainly to support teachers. So the teacher and I would schedule a day, we could plan activities, we could work on ways to incorporate technology more into the classroom, we could work on implementing math journals. It just gives the teacher a day to reflect on what's going on in their practice and see what they could improve upon or what we could collaborate on to just make a positive change in the classroom and help students. It's just amazing the things that are going on in classrooms.
An IPP is an individual program plan that is chosen for the student and worked with collaboration with parents and with classroom teachers and with the school planning team.
The minister mandated provincial review of individual program plans across the province, and it was aimed at taking a look at the number of IPPs as well as the appropriateness of the IPPs. Since the review, criteria for the development of an IPP was created, and we have implemented that across the system, and we've had some very good results.
I am a parent of a student who recently graduated who was on IPPs. I think the IPP changes that have been implemented and that are being implemented are much better than they were, because parents now have involvement from start to finish, and before we didn't have that involvement. Now there's an IPP checklist so the parents can actually see step by step what's going to happen with their child, and everybody understands where they're going and where they need to be. So it's very important for the parents to be as involved as possible. Now everyone that needs to be involved will be involved, and everybody will be informed. So everybody wins in this situation. It's a great improvement.
What we learned out of the IPP review has given us other starting places. We are building on what came out of the review so that we can strengthen the program planning process for all students within the board. This will only in turn serve our students well, because the programming is then only as special as necessary and as appropriate as it needs to be.
It all started with the hour code that started last year. This year I thought put a bit of a twist to it, so I have some Sphero robots and the students program to manipulate to do a certain task or challenge.
Today we were trying to make it go up, knock something over, catch it, and go back.
Yeah, it's cool because you can learn how to make games and apps, and it's really satisfying.
With coding, we've basically learned about the basics of coding, why it's important, how it's going to affect us. And I felt like it's really cool, it's very important.
It makes sense to the students, it breaks down the barrier of them being able to go forward and maybe looking at this a little more seriously as a career option and maybe a university option.
Technology, there's no going back. So I feel like children, they have to grow up with reading, writing, arithmetic, and coding.
There we go, success! It's an exciting time to be in the classroom right now.